weight weight management, weight loss and weight management, those are two things that I have struggled with significantly. Especially people who've been close to me, people who know me or see me with frequency. That's something I've always had to put a lot of effort into. So recently I've been having a lot better luck. It's pretty easy. In the mornings, first thing when I wake up, I go and I step on the scale, and when I look at that number, pretty much at this point I'm never happy with it. So I just say to myself, okay, you fat fuck, come on, it's time to go for a jog. And 3 or 4 miles later, I'll start walking. I might call a friend, and then by the time I get home, boom, done 5-6 miles. Didn't even mean to. Just start off the day like that. Of course, that me checking my privilege. Thank God I was born into the one sexual orientation, gender, and skin tone that affords me the time to do this. I imagine for most people this would be a real struggle. They'd be really brave for, putting themselves out there like that. But yeah, so exercise is really important. Alternatively, another important thing you can do is, just manage the things that you eat. Just pay attention to it. I say this about Weight Watchers a lot with the points. Seems pretty silly to me, but I guess at any point, if you're just conscious of what you're putting into your body, you're going to make better decisions about that, hopefully. But what I personally do, I take it a step further. That when it comes to unhealthy things like starches or more specifically desserts, unless it's exactly what I want, how I like it, I just don't eat it. Like if somebody prepared it, like don't get me wrong, if somebody extra special made a dessert because I was coming into town, I mean, I'm going to at least give it a bite, That's the polite thing to do, and especially if people bake for you, it's probably because they love you, at least on some level. Now, when it comes to, ice cream, I'm not going to have it unless it's got the stuff I want in it. This used to drive this girl I dated several years ago. It used to drive her crazy. Halo Top just came out, the low-calorie ice cream. My mom tells her all about it. She's excited, so we go to check it out. And as we're walking down the freezer aisle, she comes back with one. She's like, it's got real bits of strawberries in it, like actual pieces of the fruit. And I was like, I don't really like fruit in my ice cream. She's a little bummed out. Obviously, she was really excited, So she I'll find a different one. She goes, she puts it back. So she comes back a second later. This one's got a green lid on it. She's like, this one's got pistachios in it. So I ask her, pureed into it, or is it like little bits of pistachio? She's like, well, it's both. I'm like, yeah, I don't really like pieces of nuts in my ice cream, personally. So at this point, she's obviously getting a little impatient, a little frustrated. I mean, I would, dealing with me. And she's like, so, I mean, what do you like in your ice cream? I was like, I don't know. I guess, meanwhile, I'm kind of digging my foot into the ground. She's like, you just like cookies and candy in your ice cream. I'm like, well, yeah. She's like, what are you, 5? Don't you get tired of that after a while? I look her dead in the face. I say, you know what? I get tired of a lot of sweet things after a while. For those of you wondering, we broke up several years ago.